Hello and welcome to another video. So we're back on Spectacle Island. We're going to build a small fisherman's hut. So we're going to do a quick scrap in this area and a build up and then a quick tour. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Okay, so we're just going to clear up this area. Get rid of all the junk and bits and bobs. I was originally going to try and rebuild what was already here, but I just kind of decided in the end it might just be better to scrap it all and start from fresh. It is sometimes nice to try and use what Bethesda already put there, but it was a bit of a mess. In all honesty, it didn't quite match what I was going to be potentially going for. So if you've seen my previous video on Spectacle Island, kind of the intro, the idea is I'm going to build up the majority of the island. I don't want to make it a massive city or anything like that, just a few smaller areas. I've built some already, so you might see little bits in the background in this video, but please do ignore them because they're coming soon. But with this one I wanted to do a little fisherman's hut and a little dock area. Well, we'll sort that later. So the idea is that we're just probably going to have a solo fisherman living in this hut, and basically he's a fisherman that kind of makes use of his surroundings to survive. Seems to be an awful lot of deck chairs and umbrella tables in this area for some reason. It's always been quite interesting to me what decisions Bethesda make when it's coming to the decoration of these areas. What would possibly have been here that would have warranted so many deck chairs and umbrella tables? Not really sure on that one. So that's predominantly most of the scrapping done. I'll get rid of this tree and then we'll crack on with the building. So I've done this one just a little bit differently. We're going to be using predominantly the Kuro Tab, which is a mod you'll find on the Nexus, and different colours of woods and vanilla parts, just to mix it up a little bit. I've actually set the items apart to one side because I use so many different elements from the Kuro Tab. It would be very difficult for me to actually go through each individual one and keep finding them to do the build. So I have pre-built it and just put the bits to one side and we'll just build it as I go, really. So I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, make it look like it was made out of many different materials. I did try and sort of build it in one colour, but it just looked a bit samey. Originally I used the ones there with the blue coloured, blue purpley coloured metal roofs, but it was just too much. So I thought I'd mix it up a little bit, change the colours up. I don't like building too many scrap things. I like things to look a bit neater. But I think with this one, this guy's kind of been here, or at least in my mind, this guy's been here for quite some time. And he's just kind of built the place up to basically using what he could laying around. If you are interested in any of the mods that I do use for my builds, of course there is some in the description, but if you've got anything specific you spot, and as long as I can remember, I shall drop it in the comments and I shall answer to the best of my knowledge. So with these outer walls, I do like the look of the junkiness, but I do prefer to have a flat wall behind it. This gives us a little bit of basically a wall to decorate on, really. And it does fill the gaps where the mesh is. Can give you a little bit of a problem sometimes, but build order does still help. I do have place anywhere, but the build order still helps. You stick a floor in there and in it pops. As I say, I didn't want to go for anything too fancy with this one. It's pretty basic, but I wanted something small, compact, a little bit worn, just to kind of fit the aesthetic of the location. being down at the front there. I suppose in some ways, maybe in my eyes, it was an old fisherman guy. He sort of stumbled upon the big old green tugboat there and just kind of taken on the role of the captain of a boat that no longer sails. But he hangs around and does some fishing. So again, I've done the same with the ceilings. Put some extra shack floors in there just to hide the gaps. And then we'll get these supports, which don't for some reason clip onto these particular flooring parts, but we'll place them in anyway. Good thing with the supports, as long as they kind of look like they're supporting it, that's not too much of an issue to get them straight. So we're getting there. A little bit difficult to pick up. So the ones at the back, they do actually snap in, which is good. Saves a little bit of time messing around with trying to adjust them slightly. So I will have many more vids coming, specifically for Spectacle Island. I've, as I say, built some already, and I will be building more. Just trying to figure out the best way to do it as far as presenting the video to you guys. If you do like the way I've sort of laid this one out, please do let me know. If there's anything you think I could change, make it a little bit easier to watch, then please do let me know. As I say in my previous videos, I am very much build as I go. I don't normally plan anything in advance, but with this one I kind of tried to have a rough idea what I was doing, dismantle it and rebuild it for you guys. So that's kind of how I'm going to try and do some of the videos going forward, just so you can kind of see my process. I don't want to have you guys sit there for hours while I decorate, so that part will be cut and I'll do that off screen. Bit of a gap there. I like these walls, I really do for some reason, but they don't sit straight against the platforms. So with the place anyway, you do get the opportunity to be able to slightly adjust here and there, so that's always very handy. Just slightly adjust that one as well to stop. There we go. Looks a little better. I do like these shack railings as well. Just adds a little bit of different texture to things. Also, I wasn't too sure whether to do a silent tour or to kind of sort of talk through it. I've seen on certain other videos and channels that some people like one or the other. Please do let me know, and I will sort of stay a little bit quieter on the tour, but I will mention a few bits here and there should I need to. So there we go, that is the gist of it. I will add some interior walls and do some decorating and such, and we can pop back momentarily to do a tour. So here we are, the finished product. So I have added a little bit more ground here in the front of the hut using the CVC mod. I wasn't too happy with how much ground I had around it. But this is the water bucket collector. That's got a tube coming out the top there going in, which will feed the shower, which we can see in a moment. Then you've got the pipe work and such for the cooker or the stove that's in there. And here we have our fishing gentleman doing his little fishing, gutting the fish. So we do have a cat lurking around here somewhere, probably after that rabbit. So we pop into the interior there and we can see we've got a little kitchen area and a little seating area there. Very basic, but it's all they need. Wanted it to look rustic, but still homely. And then we kind of squeeze our way through here. We've got his bed area and his little vanity mirror leading into our gravity-fed toilet and into the shower, which obviously then does drain out through the floor. And curtain across there just for some privacy. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, we'll have a look at what it looks like at night. I've kind of really taken with the candle and oil lamp look of things on a night, rather than a big bright electric bulb. I didn't want to give this guy any specific electricity either. I wanted him to kind of be living off the land. Didn't want to have a noisy, dirty generator for him. So I've done these boardwalks as well, which I've done all over Spectacle Island with the builds. Which I think blend in quite well. Kind of makes it look like, specifically here in the UK, we kind of have that sort of thing on sandy beaches in places. So this is just a kind of little area for them to sit and have a little bonfire and a drink when his friends come around. And this leads down to his little dock here. As you can see, his little boat at the bottom. With his supplies. And decided to give him a little bit of a motorboat. So we have a homemade makeshift motorboat there. But we'll show you the bottom bit there so you can see. That's the whole thing there. No rowing in the Commonwealth for this guy. So there we have it. That is the Fisherman hut build. Do let me know in the comments what you think, and please do drop me a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. It's much appreciated to keep the channel going. And as always, stay safe out there in the wasteland. See you later.